here is my battery supply for my car camping setup. And this thing came out. I just had something plugged in. It looked like this, and this got knocked off. The DC works, but the AC doesn't work, and I need to do things. So I purchased something I had been eyeing for a while as a new battery option. And AC, could you excuse me, please? And we are here actually because of Mr. Ace. It is the Pecron E2000, quite a bit bigger than my Energy. Ace, thank you for entering the shot. We have a problem because we can't really car camp. I have gone camping with Mr. Ace. Don't mind me. This is how I look. I've gone car camping with Ace in a tent because my car is very small, and it was a nightmare. And it was actually a nightmare because Ace does not like riding in a car. He is a big whiner, whining the whole time. We went on one camping trip, and it was a nightmare drive, a 4-hour drive. On the way back, I gave him one of my trazodone. That's what they were giving him in the shelter. He was on 150 milligrams of trazodone. I was like, what is this for? Yeah, it's like to help the dogs be calm in a new environment. It's like, yikes. So they're medicated before you take them home. Anyway, so Mr. Ace, we got to our destination. He whined. We were in a tent. It was freezing cold. It was a very, very, very unpleasant experience. So I would like to go camping, and so I do not like to have to set up anything. I just like to be the turtle and have it with me. You know, if we need to pull over for a night for whatever reason, then that is what I can do, and just sleep. I did sleep one time with my brother's dog when I went camping with my brother. I had his dog Beta, big Doberman, bigger than Ace, and he slept in the car with me. So it is possible, but I need to reconfigure my setup, not only for Ace, but for this new battery. And I am not getting a new car anytime soon because I have been looking at land, and I will talk about that later. But it is best for me to, with income, not have a huge car payment when I go to get land and build on it, so that I can get the most, that I can afford without a car. And I will be selling my properties this year because I've found an amazing place to live for what I am looking for. And yeah, so we've got to make the Mazda CX-5 2013 front-wheel drive car last for longer, and there are some changes that I need to make to it with the, just getting the engine looked over, get new tires. I'm going to put a lift on the car and reconfigure the interior so that I can go car camping with Ace, and also preferably Lila too. So I'm going to unload everything in the car now, unload all the build that I do have, take out the remaining seat that is in the second row. And I wanted to take out the front seat, but I have Lexi sometimes with me, and I don't want to not be able to pick her up and take her places and go camping and whatever else. So I'm just going to gut my car and see, like, it's going to have to be a completely new layout, totally new. And I don't want to edit this video at all, so yeah. I've already been kind of dismantling the car. This I never showed. This new setup. I was using the platform bed the video that I did the platform bed on. Still for this top section here, but it was not very stable back here, and I did not like that. So yeah, I will show you what my thought is for travel with Ace, because he's just, I can't travel with him in the front seat. He's a nightmare. He is so bad traveling in the car. I have a video of that. I should post it. I haven't posted for a while, but here we are. We'll see if we post this. Anyway, let me show you what my thought is for the bed setup. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I will be utilizing extruded aluminum 80/20 for this whole build, just because of the convenience. It is expensive, but yeah. So this is on some linear glides, and the extruded aluminum, there will be 2 of these, and that's honestly a little long, but it will extend, and there is Ace whining, but it will extend into the car on both sides. I'm thinking of putting the shorter width down low, because there's going to be a crossbar to the other attaching sides, and so then it can collapse all together, and that way whatever crap I have in here, the design, Ace will have plenty of room to ride and be comfortable, and hopefully Lila too. But this is the last remaining seat that is in here, and this is like, this whole thing is like 75 inches about. But yeah, I'll get more into the detail of how that's all going to work. But yeah, I'm going to take everything out, everything. I want to have a better system for getting to my spare tire if I need to. Thank goodness I haven't needed to. I did take out my car jack there, and like all of the things to get into my tow hooks if I ever needed to, but getting to my spare tire, it would be a little bit more complicated now that I've attached that. But yeah, we're just gonna figure out ideas on how to go about this. And these are to simulate the 1 inch by 1 inch extruded aluminum. This came from Humble Road. He uses this to plan out his builds for the vans that he does, and it is a fabulous idea. Absolutely have to do it. Smartest thing ever, because this is very expensive, and if you cut it wrong, this is a cheaper route to go for the layout, figure out the layout. So I'm going to dismantle this, and then we will go from there. This is our progress update. Got the containers out. And that's one thing I wanted to mention, is that my initial build of anything, my platforms, were based around containers. And so this time, aside from the fridge and the battery, I'm not going to be necessarily basing my build around plastic containers. I will adjust to the build, just fit everything in. So here is, you're doing so good helping, Ace. AC, can you move? So the fridge will come out. I just need to detach this section, and I will be taking this out as well, because I'm going to take this seat out. This was very nice to remove those seats. I left this one in really just for passengers and cost of not having to extend the 80/20 build over here because, like I've said, it's expensive. So I'll be taking this stuff out, except for the things that I need. These were the items that I was referring to. These are for my Yakima basket, but yeah, the pins and everything to change a tire. So once this comes out, I'm gonna remove this cover that is over the tire because there are the foam pieces. Excuse me, Ace. The foam pieces that were stored in that are taking up some space. So, are you a good helper? Yes, you're a good helper. One of my ideas to be able to access the spare tire once this is off is to build a platform, not too high, but high enough. That will most likely, I don't know, be based around the battery in the fridge. But my idea is to extend the platform pieces into there, or maybe I can attach the platform here. And then that way there will not be a center area that's getting in the way of the tire, so that I can easily access the tire. And then there is that side. I attached the fridge module to the tie down points in the car, and to keep everything secure. But that is what I'm thinking. Once everything is removed, that's going to be a completely different game plan, I'm sure. Oh, and then the way that I'll access it, because I want to have, once I attach the, figure out this design, I'll have a tray that will go across, but will go over, it'll have to go over this. And then like I can store things like the safety gear under there. But anyway, the tray will go under here, and I will be using the drawer slides, because these are like 250-pound drawer slides, 26 inches long, I believe, to pull that out. And I'll just have to figure out what to do. Yeah, with the fridge. Love having this cup holder. They also make one, 80/20 does, that has an open bottom. I'm going to get into a lot more about 80/20 and the types of fasteners that you can use, and maybe how to go about things. But this is what it looks like underneath. This is the toilet mount that I had. That it was kind of working. It needed some more modification, but I am a frequent visitor of the bathroom at night, so the toilet setup is a never-ending saga for me. And yeah, so I'm going to detach this board, and we'll just take another look at what it looks like underneath for whoever is watching this might be interested. And then this is another way that I attach the fridge module to the car. And I found these are marine hooks, and you can find other items that will work with the 80/20, which, like I said, I'll get into. But turnbuckles, they loosen up. If somebody has any recommendations on how to prevent turnbuckles from loosening up. But this, even though this is a little turnbuckle, I made sure, I think the force is like 150 pounds for this, attached right to the car. So that is how I attached it, and we'll be utilizing these again. I want to point out some not so great design ideas that I did in terms of attaching the wood to the 80/20, but that's just because I didn't really know any better. And so I'm pointing those out now. Now, these you can buy from 80/20. I like to buy the stainless steel. This is a place where you can save on money and order these types of things from Amazon. But what I did is I had this little strip here, and then I attached this, this board for Lila, because when I would camp just with Lila liked to lay here when I used to have the seats in, so I created that that's a lift off hinge. So anyway, I left this board stationary, and it was so complicated trying to screw these in. So I've unscrewed them. And what I did was I put the T-nuts and had to try to line them up. Well, what you need to do if you are seriously considering 80/20 is invest in a jig. And this is what you buy from 80/20. I'll do a more in-depth video on fasteners, but I did buy a jig off of Etsy. It was a 3D printed jig, and it sucked. It broke with the first try. Anyway, buy this, you attach it, okay? You attach it, you screw, you tighten it down using your hex, whatever, and then you just drill the hole straight through. So there's a hole there. You drill straight through. That way, then you get get a longer one, and you can either put this on this side to line it up, because then you can feel, you don't have the board laying over it. You can use these, or you could put a wing nut on it. I would probably put this on the other side, so then I can feel where I am putting the bolt through to match it with the T-nut. These are expensive, but it's a good investment if you are going to continue to work with 80/20. And then this here, this is so I could access the stuff under there. This was not terrible, but it was difficult to get to. I just had these carriage bolts here and attached them to these angle brackets. And again, I use this bolt bar as support. You can really see how dirty that is. It's gross. But I would figure out a different way for that as well, just because to get in here and build this, it was complicated. And that is how I attached it to the existing fridge module, which is what I built the first thing with 80/20, and lined it up. And yeah, I would do design things totally different. I would make this go down to the end, because then you can just adjust the height here instead of like doing this junk here. So just a couple of things I wanted to point out for anybody watching and myself, to remind myself not to do that. I got that bottom piece removed, and I wanted to show this handle that I created. I was watching a video. I think the video was out of Australia, but they had the drawer slides that had an attachment to it that made it really easy to just open up with one hand. And I mean, not difficult to open it with two, but hey, I saw that and I wanted it. So this is a very long, you can buy them at Home Depot, 1/4-20, like threaded piece of screw. And by 1/4-20, I mean, like, this is your bolt, right? So the size is 1/4 of an inch across. And then when I say 20, that's the thread pitch. Is that going to focus? I'm sure if I am wrong, somebody will correct me, but that's the distance in between the threads. Can this focus? Focus. Anyway, So that is a very popular size for bolts and the T-nuts from 80/20. So what I did is, this is a lock nut. I really needed to put a lock washer on this side because it did kind of come loose. And then these are just, I think you can get them in the electrician aisle. They're small, or maybe I ordered these online. I don't know. I've been through so much hardware over the course of my build with the sunroof, solar panels, and all that. But anyway, so I attached that, cut this piece really long to match the width, and here we have. I mean, and it works really, really great. Like I said, I would add a lock washer to this side because this is a lock nut. These are just regular size 1/4 bolts. Same with that, but it's a lock nut, and I love it. Maybe I'll do that for the back, but it is kind of bendy. But anyway, now I'm going to take out this fridge module. Look at you, big dog. Curled up in a little teeny tiny spot. I wouldn't be comfortable to sleep all night like that though. This is seat is kind of lifted up. Let's see what he does. Give him a little bit more room. He's a good boy. Yes, I love you. Okay. Got the fridge module out. There is all of Ace's hair. I will be spending a lot of time vacuuming. And I need to reference my video on how to remove the seat. Did I post that video? I don't even think I did. I recorded it. These things, I don't know. I could remove those. It attaches. I removed the seat belt from there. And then these are where the seats attach. I bought these on Amazon and used the bolts that the seat attached to. So I could get more, another bolt and another, or I don't really use these. I just put them there to have. And there's one over there, but man, that's a lot of dog hair. I thought Lila was bad. Luckily I have my good Shark vacuum. With the hair removal tool. And then these are what I was referring to. All this stuff, except for that, goes in. So that's a good amount of space. Need to reroute my WeBoost cable. Some Mazdas show, oh, you just lift out the seat and pops out. That's how my Jetta used to be. But with this, you have to unbolt it. This is the Grand Touring edition. And had it been a all-wheel drive, I would have had the all-wheel drive, but this is what was there on the lot that they pulled off the truck when I went to go buy. And so we don't have all-wheel drive. But anyway, this is a 14 millimeter. Okay, we gotta probably get some more leverage on this. Undo these bolts. Okay, there we go. So I was able to find some instructions online on how to remove seats in the Mazda, and it does include the foot-pounds of torque for when you want to put them back on. Here we are in the back. Now, one of the steps has already been done because I removed the 60% of the seats. So the next piece would be to remove that. But now we're going to remove this. And from what I remember, when I undid these, this thing shot up. It was like it was on a spring and it shot, so I am going to have to watch out for that. The instructions do say to fold the seat down. Is this wanting to spring up on me? That's why you only remove one at a time. Oh, I need to undo the seatbelt. This thing I was worried. Yep, see, there it goes. I was worried about this thing on the other side because I was like, is this for the airbag? No, this is just the seatbelt opener. Okay, I need something. And hooks. Just remove those. So now the last part left is to undo this. Look at that. I punched the camera. And then we slide the seat back because this pin is blocking it, and then lift it up and out. And now to remove the seat belt. I really need to move these. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. This will be getting a good vacuum. Remove the seat belts. But these I could use to attach the 80/20. Yeah, this is going to take some trial and error and see how it goes. But these suckers need to get going. That one too. Let's see if there's only one bolt. No, there's okay, not even tell me. There's a couple bolts right there and there. I think that's it. Yeah. Need to find something to help loosen that. AC, will you please stop being such a whiner? Dude, you are a whiner, Bubba. Oh, you're such a good boy. You're so sweet. You're so sweet, but so aggressive and dominant at the same time. I love you. I love you, AC. You're a good boy. I found a couple of options. PVC pipe, that's not going to fit. I'm not going to use the ratchet end. Or ironically enough, my platform legs. The circle where it's open on the other end. So let's do that. Okay, let's get a little out of the way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You just need more leverage. Okay. Oh yeah. Did I get it? No. Actually, I don't know if I'm actually getting it. I think it's just sliding. Yeah. It's just rounding out the corners. I did not get it. Okay, so I undid it like this. Just took that piece off and I can get to it from there, those two. So this one, yeah. Did it? I don't even know. Did I round off? Dang it. Okay. So these edges look a little bit more rounded off in there. And so I got just my regular, that kind of fits on there. This is the 14. No, this is the 9/16. There's a little bit of play. Not as much on the 14. So I'm going to try to get the other one out. Will this fit? No, I need to get the adapter. I bought this adapter set a while ago at Harbor Freight, and I needed this when I did my spark plugs. But anyway, this is 3/8 of an inch, so all of these are 3/8 of an inch. So this goes on there. And then you can use other socket sizes because this is bigger than this. So we'll see if I can get it with that. Get my leverage. Okay, got it. Got it removed with the right bolt socket and the impromptu fake breaker bar. I was able to get that out. So, AC, what are you eating? Oh my gosh, I think he's eating some of the gum that was on the ground. Anyway, I'm gonna put the cover back in for the tire so AC can sit down there and get that cleaned up a bit. And yeah, that's great. I wasn't planning on getting these out, but I'm glad I did. Just all about the right tools. No, that's the gum. You gonna eat it, AC? That's gum. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, AC, let's go. No? It's minty. You don't like it? Yeah, okay. Maybe he didn't eat the gum. Oh. Well, he could eat worse things. So let's go feed you dinner, AC, okay? Let's go. My other seats are under there. All that stuff. I need to get bags and put it in bags and organize it all. So, all right, that is all for this one.